Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's been a moment, man. It's been a moment. I've been dealing with a few things, but I'm back again. I'm back in my life. On today's video, I just want to give you guys an overview on EURUSD, what you guys can expect on EURUSD. There's a quiz, so make sure you check that quiz and then you participate in it because it has a lesson. It's a 10 seconds quiz. Make sure you participate in it and you become part of it. So don't forget, man, to hit that like button and subscribe, man, to call your friends, your families to come join the family. I'm here. I'm back again. Please, man, become a member on my Instagram channel. It's a very nice channel. I share a lot of insights and I do a lot of quizzes, and I also share signals, which is very much interesting and exciting. So if you're looking for fire signals, you'll get them there for free. Obviously the paid ones are also offered, but there it's just me giving back, man, giving you guys so much information, so much everything, man. I felt like Instagram, when you do a story, was not that much interactive, but in a group I get to see people who are really following me for Forex, and I get to see people who are not just following me for lifestyle, but who are following me for proper knowledge and understanding of how to trade Forex. Let's meet on the other side. Don't go. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all again, and I hope each and every one of you is having an awesome time. So it's very simple and very straightforward. We're gonna be looking at EURUSD currently and see what it will give us. So I want to show you something. We have two people. We have one person who's gonna draw a trend line like this. We have one person who's gonna draw a trend line like this, and also draw it like this, and then say here, and then do this here, and do this here, and then say they're looking for buys from this. This is the first person who says they're looking for buys from this. Who would say, Jaguar, this is how I'm analyzing, this is what I'm anticipating. So I will say at this time and moment, since we haven't crossed the diagonal supporting trend line, we're still within the trend. So it's a buy, simple, straight up like that. And then there was a resistance here on this side, and then so forth. So there's this person, this first person. Then the second person will do this. We'll remove that, and then we'll draw their trend line like this. Second person will draw their trend line like this. And say, Jaguar, we've moved outside of the trend. We're now ready to test. We are looking for selling opportunities. I want to pause this and ask you, between the two people, who is right and who is wrong? Let me just simply change here from to a line. This is the line. This is how perfect it is with the line. As you can see, no ends were, no graph was cut. Everything is just drawn as perfectly as it can be. I can even help draw the line like this. Yes, no graph was cut, no mfiri was done. Everything was drawn accordingly, according to what I'm looking at. even the first example, this was the first example, I can still do this again. Let me show you that it's possible. Let me just remove this. I can still do this. So between the first option and the second option, which one is correct? It's a question I'm posing for you guys. I wanna know. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it. In the next 10 seconds, then I'm gonna come back with an answer. So I want you guys to think of this as thoroughly as you can. I'll give you 10 seconds to think of it. That's where then it becomes very much important to look at the main time frames, or the majority time frame, or the daily time frame per se. That's why it then becomes essential as a trader to see what was happening prior to that particular movement. So what was happening prior to that particular movement is that we were bullish. However, that bullish structure was this one. That bullish structure was probably or mainly this one. Was mainly this one. This was the bullish structure, and that bullish structure was completed. So in this case, I'm done with the bulls or the buys. I'm now anticipating and looking for the change of direction. I wanted this guy to come back to test that main structure and then start falling. So now, which structure are we now focusing on if we say this one is no longer the valid one? The structure that we now can say we're focusing on when we're looking at this is this one. This is the structure I would proudly say is the trend that is now the hot cake trend. The hot cake trend. This is the hot cake trend. This is the hot cakes trend. I'm expecting this to actually come down here to test again, come back to this mfiri somewhere here to say now I'm done. I'm expecting to move on with the trend that I was having previously. So this is what I'm anticipating again, which means what? Which means the sellers are winning. Still, the sellers are winning. That's the first way you can find out. The second way you can find out, which is the most simplest one, is to simply just wait. It's a Monday today. You can simply just wait. Again, when waiting is not good, you go deeper to a daily time frame. To an hour time frame, and then look for what? Look for opportunities. Still look for opportunities. You will realize on an hour time frame that it clearly indicates that we've broken outside. But you remember that from the 4-hour time frame, the way I was analyzing it, it could not show that we've broken outside. It could not show in any other way that we have broken outside. There was no other way possible that was showing us that we've broken outside. However, now, by looking at this, we can clearly tell that we've broken outside. The only two things we are looking for are simple. The moment we break and test this line, we are looking for sells. The moment we break and test this line, let me show you. The moment we break and test this line here, we're looking for buys. Those are the two options that we are given here. And I'll be glad to also, on the next video that I'll be uploading, I'll be glad to come back and show you what I meant by that. So the moment we break and test that line, we are going for continuations. We are going back to the main structure. This was just a fake breakout that we had experienced, of which I believe that after this happening as well, now by looking at this 1 hour time frame, as you can see, this is an area of interest. This is an area of interest. As you can see here, it's still 1.087. It was a resistance, and then we sold. We also had a resistance, we sold. The moment we broke above this resistance line, we started buying. And then when we came back to the very same line, we started having it as a support. Then we bought. But now it was not important here, since we were now respecting this trend that was starting to happen and to take place. But the moment we also broke and came back to test, we started selling back to where? Back to the very same resistance, that became a support, supported once, supported 2 times. It means now we have a beautiful M formation. It's an M at the top with the 2 wings at the bottom. So that means now we must simply just continue also buying. So I'm still in the very same confusion as you guys right now. I know someone will say, Jaguar, you're confusing us now. I'm also as confused as you can, because now this is still giving me 2 setups. So giving me a buy setup and a sell setup. A sell setup, I've proven it, and I'm also now trying to prove a buy setup as well. So the only way that is an answer to this is waiting. Sometimes as traders, we have a problem of not wanting to wait. The moment we can learn and teach ourselves to wait, and wait for the proper setup in order for us to execute our trades, that will be the best time ever. If the market is confusing and you do not know whether it's a buy or a sell, what's better, to take a buy and hit a stop loss, or take a sell and hit a stop loss? There's nothing better there. What's better is to wait. I know there's never a perfect setup in the market, and we're always being told that there's never a perfect setup in the market. However, if you would have waited, you would have gotten better chances of having or getting a perfect setup. So it's very much important that in some other cases, when you are seeing that my strategy is applying, however, it's contradicting each other. On my 1 hour, I'm seeing a buy. On my 30 minutes, I'm seeing a sell. On my daily time frame, I'm seeing a buy. On my weekly, it's a sell. So in that case, it's very much important to now say, whatever technical knowledge that I have and that I've acquired over the years, let me use it by simply just waiting. And waiting will never kill you from anything. Waiting, when she says no, she means you must wait more and work a little bit harder to persuade her to say yes. So basically, this is it. I wanted to just share this insight with you guys. And just show you that it's very much important sometimes to simply just wait, and not that waiting will get you a stop loss hit. No, waiting will actually help you realize that you are right or wrong with the decision that you would have taken on your mind about that particular entry that you wanted to execute. So I just came here to only do Euro USD with you guys, to show you what will I be anticipating on this week from Euro USD. So currently I'm looking for sells. In order for it to give me buys, it must either break in between any of those 2 lines, or if it fails to break 1.09114, I'll be very strongly motivated to start look for selling opportunities. I'll be strongly motivated to start look for selling opportunities. But also looking at this, we can tell that we at 1007.021, and I mean at 1.07 021 and 1.07 253. That was a very beautiful double bottom, a W formation, of which I'm still anticipating that it continues with those buys. It was just a minor impulse correction. It was just a minor impulse move to the downside. We're looking for it being corrected, and then we continue with the buys from Euro USD. So those are things I'm having at the back of my mind. It's very much important to have this knowledge in order for you to make an informative decision. It's very much important to have this knowledge in order for you to know when should you execute or when should you not execute. It's very nice to go even a whole week without entering a trade, because that particular trade that you are looking for is actually not yet ready for you to execute. So that was just a minor advice session I wanted to have with you guys and show you this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and call all your friends, man, to come to my channel and do the same. Thank you so much. It's the following day, and after the following day from yesterday when I was recording this video, today it's a Tuesday. I recorded it on a Monday, so today it's a Tuesday. I wanted to show you guys what transpired, what happened. Remember when I was telling you that the first person was going to draw their trend line the way I showed you for the first instance, and how the second person was going to draw their trend line? So now I'm looking at this, I'm like, look at this, look at the results. Remember when I showed you the second person how they're going to draw their trend line? This is the results. This is the second person drawing their trend line, and indeed Euro USD sold. Euro USD sold, and it's going to continue selling towards the downside. So I wanted to give you guys an overview and the results of what transpired and what happened after, so that you guys don't get confused with the video that I did. So this is the results on the following day. Indeed, the second person, the way they drew the trend line was the correct one, because it's already broken outside, it's tested, and right now it's flowing with the cells. I wanted to just show you that and say the person who had voted that it's the cells, they were correct, definitely correct. Danko.